Hello, 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 and welcome to Jen's Tarot. Actually, I don't know. We still might keep it WhichWitchLife. We're working on it. Anyways, this is your October reading. Disclaimer, if you haven't met me before, hi. Again, my name is Jen. And if you've been here before, hi and welcome back. And if you've been here before, you probably wonder where the hell I've been. But that's a separate video. Anyway, we got tarot and some oracle out here, and we're going to see what your general message for October is. But again, if you're new here, this is a collective message. This is a general reading. If it doesn't resonate, don't try to make it resonate. It's okay if it doesn't. It may not be for you. It might be somebody in your life. It might be one tiny little clue of something that you need to know out of a 20, 30, 45-minute video. So take what resonates, and that's it. Don't apply nothing extra to it. Don't add. Okay? If anything negative comes out, it is just to prepare you so that you can, prepare yourself for it, either by, preparing a strategy to go around it, fix it, change it, or just, brace for impact, depending on what the situation is. Also, don't hold on to any outcomes, because things can change. You can change your mind about something and it won't even fucking matter. Now, there's a general disclaimers that I always give my personal readings, but I decided to start adding to the collective readings that I'm posting again online. So anyway, now without further ado, let's get into your reading for October. What is going on this month in October, and what do you need to know? The card that flew out here is the King of Wands. Let's see if I remember to flip the video around so you can see the cards. King of Wands. It's very much the go-getter energy, but strategic go-getter energy, okay? Bottom of the deck for that is Five of Wands, okay? It's like you are in battle, and some of y'all are in heat of battle. That Queen of Pentacles popping out here. I just heard balance. But about the battle, I've been doing more channeling lately than I have been reading cards. It's giving, okay, some of y'all are like Nine of Wands energy, where you're at the very end of a situation and you're just like toughing out the last little bit of time, right? Or you're in the thick of the last parts of it, whatever your situation. And now this battle of time, it could be like you beefing with a coworker, it could be at odds with a family member, with your spouse, with just something at your job is causing you conflict. You beefing with your car because you just got an oil change and the light came on again, like shit like that. Okay, like I've been having problems with this car for 5 years. Whatever. It's like you've been in the thick of it. You've been in the battle, but you have grown accustomed. You have grown to the point of this ain't new. I know what to do now because I've been in this for so long and I faced it before. That's the energy I'm getting off this King of Wands. In the pre-shuffle I did before I pressed record, this is to kind of get a gauge, an idea of the energy for October for this collective. A lot of death and rebirth came up in two different decks. It was painful endings, necessary endings, big changes, okay? It's like stay hopeful, stay positive. Keep the faith, because all of this is happening for a reason and it's necessary changes. So let's see what these cards say. We have a lot of y'all that's already kind of in this Queen of Swords energy is what I'm hearing. What cards I just flipped out? Princess of Cups or Page of Cups. Emotional immaturity, or like it's like finding balance emotionally. Some of y'all are on an emotional journey to kind of finding yourself after this situation has happened. Because we also have the Three of Swords out here, which is indicative of like heartbreak. And it could be something from a long time ago, from the past. It could be something from 10 years ago, 20 years ago, depending on how old you are. 3 years ago, 6 months ago, whatever. Find what resonates with you. But from this heartache, it's like hard for me to trust again, but it's hard time for you to heal. You can't get past this unless you face it so that you can heal it, okay? Also, King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles energy here, with the Three of Swords underneath. Some of y'all might be in a relationship and take it again how it resonates. You flip the roles as you see fit. But the King of Wands, I'm going to go with a fire sign male and the Queen of Pentacles being a earth sign female. There's tension in this relationship, and I'm hearing a breakup. If it hasn't already happened, it is happening this month, okay? That could be a divorce finalizing. It could be you knew that it was over, and then but you finally had the means and signed a lease. Like, you finally moved out. You finally quit this job. This could be your boss, you know, that you beefing with. It could be a soon-to-be ex-best friend, whatever. But it's like an ending coming with this betrayal. What else is going on? What's the general consensus? What is going on in the month of October for this collective? 3 more cards, please. Because we still have half of the month to go. I'm so late posting this. I'm sorry, y'all. No, the card flipped over. That's 2 cards. I don't know if I want. We had the death card. Came out again. Let's find it. With the 7 of Wands. Yes. It's like, okay. What I'm getting is some of y'all don't normally stand up for yourself. You just kind of let shit roll off the bat. Especially, like, speaking for myself, I'm that way when it comes to certain petty ass shit, certain, like, let's just say people trying to take digs at you or whatever. Like, certain things, I'll just let it roll off because you're immature. Who gives a fuck, right? Now, you just showing me that you ain't worth shit. Or, you know, that you... I forgot on my YouTube now. What's the bylaws on cursing? But it's just showing me that, you know, how childish you are. And then a lot of times, I'm just giving it over to my spirit team because they're going to handle it better than I could. So, but... it's giving now that it's stand up. You at a point now where you could speak. Because some of y'all might have been hush, be quiet, let it happen, just watch and let them do what they're going to do and see how they act and interact. And it's like now it's time for you to stand your stand guard. Now it's time for you to take a stance on something and be bold about it and not just be secretive about it, because at the bottom of the deck is a 7 of Swords. I feel like this is something you've been holding on to. And like I said, this might be a crash out that is waiting to happen, either on somebody or about something or somebody, or it is definitely a standing up for yourself in a moment of adversity, or just not backing down, period. Regardless of what comes at you. Because what I keep imagining is these sticks not even being here, these wands. And there's just this person in the middle standing on the hill. It's like regardless of whether they're coming at you or not, stand your ground and stand tall in what you believe, okay? And what you stand for. And if you haven't made it known before and you're waiting for it to go ahead, now's the time to go ahead and do that. Make yourself known. And with this transformation is happening, or some of y'all, because of a transformation that's happening, you can now be this person to stand your ground and talk about it because something ended, because someone died. So for some of y'all, it could be, say like you're in a situation with a sibling and you always played nice with a sibling because a certain parent that you had was like, please, I want you and your brother or your sister to get along. You know, like, and then it's like, okay, well, now that the parents have died, I can tell you how I really feel. You know? I can tell you no and go fuck yourself. Instead of taking a kinder route like I would have if mama or daddy was still here. It could be grandparents. It could be, you know, whatever. It could be you lost your job. Now it's like, okay, now I don't have to keep up appearances for a certain concept or idea for a certain regime to not be breathing down my neck about it. I don't have to do that anymore. I can be myself, and I can be wearing these loud hair colors and these bold expressions of clothing. I can be myself more. It could be, you know, it don't even necessarily have to be something about like you fighting somebody or standing your ground and having to defend like politics or whatever. It could literally just be I'm expressing myself and I don't give a damn who don't like it or agree with it. Because something in you died. Something happened to change you. It's a good thing. It's necessary. I don't get any negative energy off of it. It's something that had to fucking happen. And it had to happen for you to be able to be this person to stand your ground. What else do we have out here to add to this? Three of Cups. I'm hearing harmony, though. Because normally when I get the Three of Cups, especially with this Three of Swords in between the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands, I'm hearing divine union. It's like, stay with me now, combination of divine separation followed by immediate divine union. And that immediate divine union doesn't mean my divorce finalized Tuesday at 2 p.m. I got married Wednesday at 10 a.m. It don't have to mean that. It could literally mean I broke up with my boyfriend Saturday, you know, and then Monday at the coffee shop on the way to work, I met somebody new. You're not getting married right away, but I met somebody. It's going somewhere. Like, we just hanging out. We're sharing coffee. And then it progresses and goes somewhere else where you're like, oh no, this is the person I was supposed to be with. It was a good thing I broke up with this person. That's what I'm getting. But with this Three of Cups, it's giving... The first thing I heard was harmony. And then now in this relationship thing, it's giving imbalance. So for some of y'all, this death and rebirth is happening because of a betrayal. You know, you found out about something and now you're in the process of healing from that betrayal. So you're finding harmony. You're finding your tribe. You know, that's for some of y'all. Others of y'all, it's like this is happening. This heartbreak, this deception, this betrayal feeling is happening, and thoughts are happening because of the imbalance, because three's a crowd. That was the second thing I was hearing, right? It also might be the reason why somebody's breaking up. I feel like I'm answering a question for somebody. Like, y'all might be like, well, how come mommy and daddy's not together anymore? Like, that's the vibe. You know, like, why is he divorcing his wife? Or why did she leave him or her? You know, fill in the blank. It don't have to be heterosexual relationships. Whatever works for you, right? But it's like, why did so-and-so break up? Or why is so-and-so not together anymore? It's like infidelity, betrayal. And the betrayal doesn't necessarily have to be infidelity. It could be fucking improper handling of funds. Money breaks up or causes more divorce than infidelity does in some cases, depending on your stats. Like, check the stats is what I'm saying. But a lot of times you won't realize how much like money or money issues will cause division and eventually like divide essentially with people, especially specifically in marriages. So, but some type of imbalance, because I heard three's a crowd, and it's like, we can't find harmony because I don't trust you. So I feel like these two people, and it don't have to be that, but it's like earth sign feminine, fire sign masculine, why they broke up or are breaking up. And it's happening this month in October. I don't know why that's significant for some of y'all watching this, whoever's going to see this. I pray the right people see this. Whoever needs it can see it. Whether you sharing it to them or they stumble across the video somehow. But it's going to get to who it needs to get to. But I don't know if this is a celebrity couple or somebody popular at work. This could be your own personal life. This could be you. But I keep getting like the energy of I'm either answering somebody's inner question about what happened, either something, it's like something in a recent past, and recent up to about 4 years ago, right? Definitely not 5 years and beyond, I don't think. It's giving like 3, 4 max, maybe 4.5, but like definitely, 4 max. Like, it's recent if it's on your mind. Like, I never understood why these people broke up. I never understood. And then when I'm saying break up, it could be romantic. It could be business. Why did the company fail? Because the business partners had infidelity somehow. They had a lack of trust and some type of betrayal that happened there. So that's why they're no longer in business together, or the company's no longer there. Or, that's why everybody got laid off and whatever. But this is answering your question as to what happened and why. Now, that shouldn't be your focus. Your focus should be on what happens next. What's next, which is what we're finna see. But we also had the Ace of Wands out here. And the Hermit. So I know I just went straight into like being quiet because I was like, oh yeah, I do have other cards out here. Let me see what's down here. But literally at the top, I wish I could see my setup, but I don't want to move the camera around and fuck all it up, or really edit it. I don't like, when I'm doing readings, I don't like having to edit the video because I feel like it's too produced. That's just me. Anyway. So if you see my videos, a lot of them I will just start talking. Like, here's your reading. Like, but the video started. Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, I wish you could see the setup because it's literally like a pyramid. You got the 2, then it's 3, then it's 4, right? And you got the top, you got the King of Wands and Queen. It was some type of partnership that has come to an end, or the level, or like I said, the type of partnership came to an end. So it could even be like an enemies to lovers type thing. Somebody you've been beefing with, haven't been seeing eye to eye with, or you're having problems with. Now it's like you're seeing things from a different point of view now. And so the compromises happen, that type of shit. What else am I getting from this energy? You got Ace of Wands and the Hermit out here. I'm really trying to feel out where it fits into this whole energetic message of like, here's what happened, and then here's what you need to know going forward. Like, what's going on in the month of October? So I'm saying this is more than likely recent happened because when I'm filming this is in the middle of October. It's like literally the 15th. I just realized today's Wednesday the 15th. The 17th is Friday. I said that was Saturday. That's my bad. Anyway, totally unrelated situation. But the reason why this is pausing me is because these are opposing energies and the way it's falling out in this spread. Because it's kind of giving coming out of hermit mode, but it's also giving you should be in hermit mode. But like I was saying, a reason why I was like, this might have recently happened is because, like I said, I'm in the middle of the month. This might have been happening right at the beginning of the month. Or for some of y'all, this is occurring. It's in the process of happening. Like, what I'm getting is it's happening in the background, and it probably won't come to the forefront until later on. But I feel like in the recent, or really soon, it's going to come to the forefront of what's going on. Give me clarification on this before we move on. What do I need to know for October? What's going on this October? What's this collective need to know for October? What's going on this October? God is in control. Like I said, there's a lot of death and rebirth going on. There's a win that's coming in October. Like, win is in W-I-N. A win. Which is so funny because on top of this chaos and confusion, it's not really chaos, it's just this infidelity, mistrust, betrayal energy right here. The Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands. It's like finding your people. It's okay. That's the energy that I'm getting. It's coming away from, separating yourself from those people and those things, people, places, things. Pick a noun, okay? People, places, and things that no longer serve you. That's not fitting for where you're trying to go, who you are becoming. Let me say that again. It's not fitting. Pick a noun, person, place, or thing. It's not fitting for where you need to go and for who you are becoming. You can't take everybody and everything with you. Okay? That doesn't mean that they're a bad person necessarily. That just means that they're not equipped prepared, that's not on their journey to go where you're going. And it doesn't mean that you won't end up running back into them later on in life in a different capacity. It could be revisiting love later on, whatever, fill in the blank, okay? But right now, they can't go with you. You got to leave that behind. And you fucking your own self over trying to stay anchored to some person, place, or thing that either doesn't mean you well, that's not helping you, in some cases hurting you a lot. So October, a lot of October is like coming out of contracts ending. I kept pulling the Lovers too when I was shuffling earlier. But we got the High Honors card out here. I usually get this for like this card is usually representative of like a higher power, like deity, like God, source, energy, whomever. It could be like an authority figure, physically, but typically when I read this card, and it fell off to the side as to not feel it in the mix. It's like God is in control regardless of what the situation looks like and what the outcome is appearing to be. If it happened, if he allowed it to happen, it's for a reason. And more likely it's for something that you needed to see. But we also have main female and win money out here. Also, I want to know what this is. We got the Child card that came out with the Princess of Cups. Now, the Princess of Cups is also like the Page of Cups. That's pages in the court cards would equal childlike, child level, novice, new. You get the point, right? But when I look at the keywords on this card, it's innocence, new, simple, youthful, playful, inexperienced. So it's like you're going into a new adventure in October. You're becoming someone new. Yes, you had to go through a major heartbreak or a major ending of some sort. And it might not even be a heartbreak. It might even just be confirmation to some shit that you already fucking knew. So you can close out a cycle and chapter. I knew you was a liar and piece of sad. Piece of fill in the blank. Now I know. I feel okay about the decision I made. Now I feel confident to walk away from you. Now, granted, you should not need that proof, because if you feel it in your spirit and your gut is telling you to walk away from somebody, you should probably listen to that because it's for a reason. However, like I said, some of y'all have already done this. Some of y'all are doing this, and this is the validation that you are seeking that's coming through that says you made the right decision. But I also find this interesting because this falls after the Ace of Wands. So basically that gives me the concept that some opportunity is going to come, like I said, to meet your people, to meet your actual community and pull you out of hermit mode, pull you out of your isolation, or it's going to send you into another isolation that is going to be way more healing and productive. It's going to be a productive isolation. So it's like a social media hiatus where nobody knows what the fuck is going on in your life. It seems like you disappeared and dropped off the face of the earth. And then you pop out and show them something. It's like, oh no, I've been quiet because I've been working. Here's my portfolio. Here's my new portfolio. Like, here's my new dividends that came back from all of my investments that I've been working on. Like, that type of shit. Like, you hadn't heard from me in a while. It's because I've been building the business in the background. You know, shit like that. So it's, I don't know. It's a hard message to give because October doesn't sound pretty. It doesn't sound promising, but it's attempting to be promising, if that makes sense. Anything else for October? This coming up the last half of October, going into November. Last half of October, going into November. You got that Ace of Wands coming out again. The last half of October is when shit gets good again. It's when it starts. It's when the door opens. So some of y'all might be standing outside of a door. This is the channel message because God told me about this earlier and I rolled my eyes. Transparency and honesty is how I operate, okay? I'm laughing at myself. Some of y'all may already be standing at the door waiting for it to open. and you feel crazy and stupid for like that you shouldn't, because it seems closed and locked like every other door that you walked up to and stood outside of and knocked and put the secret code in and did everything like you were supposed to, and then still nothing came out of it, or nothing that you were promised came from it. Yeah. So you're standing outside of a door now and you're just like, I'm expecting the same thing to be let down yet again, and then it's a surprise that it happens. Still hearing the word surprise. I've been hearing the word surprise for 6 months now. I'm still waiting on it to happen, but surprise. There's an opportunity coming. To change all of that. Obviously, it's still up to you about what decisions you're going to make. How you going to move and maneuver. But beware the contracts you sign. They're at the devil card here as well. I'm just going to wrap this up. Yep, 3 of Pentacles. There's something work related. I'm hearing projects. So it's something that we like project-wise you're working on. But we have the devil card here. And it's, especially in this deck, it's letting me know be careful of your thoughts and what you allow in. Don't let too much discourage you and distract you from your purpose and the reason why you're there, whatever you're doing. Because here's the thing. There's going to be conflict. And I know I hate having this message given to me, and I hate having to give it to you. There will be conflict. I wish everything could be fucking smooth and roses and daisies, my goddamn self. But there will be conflict, okay? There will be a fighting for your spot. Now, when I say a fighting for your spot in this opportunity, that means, yes, there will be competition. It might be you entering a competition this month, and if something comes from it, whatever the case is, whatever type of opportunity it is. Could be a work competition where your group wins money, or a pizza party for the fucking store. I don't know. For your office or whatever the case is, it could be, you know, you going after a major contract with somebody to win a bid for your company to, like, I don't know, construction, whatever. Fill in the fucking blank. You know how it fits for you, okay? I'll give an example so you can know what I'm talking about. But the thing is, whatever you're going out for, it's yours. You keep getting notifications. It's yours. It's already yours. It might look like you entering a competition, but you're just showing up to claim your prize, right? But that won't mean people won't be there competing. That won't mean that people won't be competing for your spot once you have it. Should you be worried about it? No. You tend to your garden, you tend to your crops, you tend to your craft, you tend to your blossoming ideas and for whatever you're producing, right? You tend to your harvest. You keep minding your business and doing what you know how to do. Don't worry about what they're doing and how they coming at you. This is why the devil card is out here. Be careful to not let this competition distract you and deter you from your goal. And some of y'all, this is just saying this is what's happening. You over here minding your business, opportunity arises, and then you got motherfuckers over here hating. It gets better from here. It just doesn't feel like it. It don't look like it. It feels like it's a stupid. All of it is not worth the fucking time. But in divine timing, this is a Temperance card. It's about balance. Divine timing. Also, a message from this card in this deck is like balance looks different for everybody. So don't try to model your life off after somebody else's, because that's what their balance is, or that's what their normal is. That doesn't have to be yours. You figure out yours, okay? You see how it's like 4 smaller balls, and they have this one bigger ball to balance out these 4 smaller balls instead of 4 other smaller balls? Right. Balance. And it's on top of the ball. It doesn't have to make sense. When the divine is in control and in charge, a lot of times it won't. But the message is it won't have to make sense. It just will happen, okay? We praying for miracles this month. It's just going to happen, right? That's the world and the Empress card. You fucking chilling. In due time, divine timing, the world will be your oyster, and it's whatever you need. And this is going to be your ass moving in motherfucking silence. Hold on, change is coming. I was going to pull out the career card, but here we are. Yep, we got Temperance and Queen of Swords. Balance. Balance, patience. Patience. Pace yourself out. This Queen of Swords energy, your time is coming. It will be here. And you will know when it's your time to shine. And when I say time to shine, when it comes to this energy right here, is when it's time to cuss people out. Put them back in their place. And remind them, at bare minimum, remind them who the fuck you are. Because you already did the reminding while you was in hermit mode, while you in isolation, while you working and prepping yourself. I'm going to remind you or let you know, because apparently you got me fucked up. You got me confused with somebody else. Let me let you know who the fuck you dealing with. While we playing these games. Okay? But in divine timing, there's a time and a place for everything. That's your message. I was going to pull up. Let me see. I still want to see a couple of career cards for y'all. And then we can wrap this up. And then the love message will be next. That'll be a whole other video. There's no love message for October. Okay, what's going on for this collective October? Career, money-wise. But yeah, the sum of the rest of the reading is just necessary endings so that you can have very necessary beginnings. Okay. Yeah, education and training. Some of y'all might need to go back to school, or you have been considering going back to school. It says this is the career path for you. So if you think about going back to school, do it. Whether it's adding to your career or start a new one, do it. It's time to consider jumping in with both feet. Quit the job and focus 100% on your business. So for those of you who have a side business, who's been working, who's been building a side project or whatever, and you've been wondering about whether you should or should not invest further into it and put your whole heart, your whole back into it. I always forget to take the... And it's funny because this is my deck. I created this deck and I still can't remember to fucking take the info cards out. The other one will pop up like this too. For some of y'all, we're not gonna take all of it. All right, some of y'all have a so you put a bid in for something, or some of y'all feel like this is the answer that you wanted though. It says a financial offer will not be accepted. I feel a sigh of relief when I say that. So somebody's like, I just got myself out of a contract that I did not need to be, signed into, or I just, even if it's, some of y'all it's an immediate sigh of relief because you realize it's a bad deal after you already put your bid in or put your, your hat in the ring, or you already invested, whatever case is. And you're like, oh shit, how do I get out of it? And it's like, okay, something's not gonna be accepted, so I can get out of it, right? Others of y'all are going to realize that an offer not being accepted was a good thing because it opened the door for the thing that you actually fucking want, or was even better that you didn't realize because you wouldn't have been there to even get it because you were doing this other thing. Check the how it resonates, okay? You're being assessed or evaluated for a promotion and you don't even know it, so keep doing what you're doing, minding your business. That also goes back to the last bit of tarot where it's like the end of the month. There's competition for your spot. Just keep minding your business and doing you. Like, for example, with this promotion, this is a very good example. Very good example with a promotion, because it might be a spot that's open. It will be a promotion for you. There's other people going for the job, and you don't care if you get it or not. You either went for it or you didn't even know. You didn't even go for it. You know how many times I've seen it happen? Somebody didn't even apply for a promotion, and then they got picked for it over the people who did apply. who some were arguably more qualified for on paper. Which, granted, the person they ended up giving it to was more qualified because they were more fitting for the role. But I know you've seen it happen with nepotism. It can happen the other way around with more positive things. Anyway, because I've seen the negative side, of nepotism. It's like, I'm going to give it to my niece because they're my niece, instead of giving it to somebody who's been here and proven with a proven track record that they can do the job. They're already doing the job, and then the niece comes in and fucks it up because they don't know what they're doing. I don't care about you hiring your family, but don't set them up for failure. Like, let it actually be something they can do, or something that you train them on doing. Like, people don't want to train anymore, but that's my soapbox. Anyway, yeah, also hospitality and catering, so like baking, bartender, chef, chocolatier. Don't they have a different name? Or am I tripping? Some type of server or like a wedding planner. If you've been thinking about careers to go into or some way to expand the career or business that you're already in, this is a clue, a hint for some of y'all. Consider downsizing if you're struggling financially. So just being careful and cautious with your money. And like, I was having this conversation with my cousin recently. He was talking about with his husband, the possibility of downsizing some of like their cars or whatever. Because it's like, oh, it'll be easier on us financially. It'll give us more money this way, and plus the fuel efficiency, yada, 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 that type of stuff. It doesn't necessarily have to be negative, heart-wrenching, like, oh, I got to do this huge sacrifice. It could literally just be, I don't need this SUV. I could downsize to a smaller SUV or a large car. The fuel economy, like, whatever. It could be something similar. It's like, you know what? I don't need a 5-bedroom house. All of my kids left. They barely come to visit, or my grandkids come. They come stay all in this one room. So we can downsize to a 3-bedroom house. It's fine. Stuff like that. But watch your spending is right here too. So be careful. Oh, and then it's not time for any big purchases. So definitely be mindful of your money, especially if you're already or in the process of this transition, like you lost a job and you're in the process of trying to find another one. That should be obvious to watch your spending. I understand bills gotta get paid still, but anything outside of the necessities, think twice about it, right? What's your money magnet messages? Wait. Some y'all, again, it's not a good time for this big purchase. Wait, it's time to wait. It's not, the timing is off. It's not right now. Remember the Temperance card that came out earlier? Pace yourself. It's not right now, okay? Plan for retirement. Make sure you're putting money away. Plan ahead for your future. On the card, I have invest in the 401k, whatever, Roth IRA, however you want to do it. But if you don't want to put money in this government and stock market, I understand. But have some type of plan. We're building legacies over here, okay? Have something to leave behind. Even if it's 10 grand after whatever you left for them to bury you with. Start something, okay? Put your money where your mouth is. Invest in yourself, okay? Prove to yourself that you can meet and beat the goals that you have. These are not just dreams, they're goals. So that means they're achievable and attainable. That means we're going to do it, okay? Manifest destiny. Get your vision board out and time to manifest your wildest fucking dreams. Also, stop overspending is out here. So somebody over here really got a spending habit problem. Spending problem or habit. Anyway, these have been your messages. I hope that's it. I think that's it. I don't feel a call from any of the decks in here. This is your October message. Hopefully this resonates. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your feedback. Even if it means, and if it's something like, could you talk a little slower? Can you talk louder? Can you add caption? Whatever, right? So I know that you're engaged. But yes, this is your message. Hopefully you enjoyed it and resonated with you. You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Instagram is the same page. TikTok is WhichWitchLife or WWL_Jen. Link in bio to book a personal via Etsy until my booking site is up and running, because we didn't had to go back and forth on that. But yeah, until next time.